Hi everyone, so it's March and we're in the 8th week of a semester. The second round of essays are all coming in, which means that work is starting to pile up. But I'm definitely learning a lot more this semester, and the subjects I'm studying have been very interesting. So for courses like literature and humanities as well as philosophy and political thought, we are doing more modern works this semester, which makes the classroom discussions a lot more relevant and a lot more exciting. For quantitative reasoning, we are starting to move towards more applicable statistics stuff. And for someone like myself who's thinking of majoring in computer science, learning R and working through those problems has been a very interesting challenge. As for my Asian theatre course, we are starting to work on the script for our final performance, and I'm really looking forward to that. Additionally, over the 1 week mid-semester break, Professor Chiking actually invited members from Kanazawa Budokan to give us a 5-day crash course on Budo, which is a form of dance theatre from Japan. It was an incredible experience being able to work with professionals, and even though 5 days is way too short for us to properly learn the form, the fact that we could put up an hour-long performance at the end of those 5 days was amazing. It was a really rare chance to get that kind of insight into the creative processes of the art form, and to have another taste like performing for a crowd. It was definitely a tiring week, but a fruitful one nonetheless. So here's a short clip of some of the things we were doing in the workshop. And that's basically how school's going so far. Work's slowly creeping up as deadlines draw near, but I've definitely been enjoying classes this semester. On another note, it's the admissions period now. I believe round 1 applications are already in the process of being discussed, and the interview period of round 2 applicants has just begun. I actually just did a video for Rachel, one of my good friends and a fellow student associate at admissions, giving some advice for interviewees, and I thought I'd talk more about my own experiences in my vlog. So firstly, as mentioned in the previous vlog, my application process was tainted with my own personal incapability of keeping track of my life, and the interview was not spared from that. When the email asking me to select my interview slot came in, it actually went into my junk mail, where it sat for a grand total of 3 weeks before I realized. Yep, imagine how I felt when I found out. So I freaked out, realized that there were no more slots left in the link, then proceeded to send a very quick email to the admissions team, apologizing and kind of begging them for a slot or if anything could be done about it. They were amazing and they managed to get me a slot for the following week. So you must have imagined how stressed I was going into the interview, having made such a big mistake already. But what ended up happening was that I had the most pleasant interview I'd ever sat for. I felt like the admissions officer really just wanted to get to know me better, and the interview really focused around my interests, my experiences in junior college, and the things that I've been doing on the outside. It was very casual. I didn't feel like I was being put on the spot or being interrogated or anything. Instead, I felt like I was just having a conversation. And to my knowledge, most of my friends had very similar experiences with their interviews. So with this in mind, here are some quick interview tips that I usually give to the people who ask me. Number 1, be true to yourself. The interview is there for the admissions team to better understand you and to see how well you fit into the school. If you try to be someone you're not, then you might find difficulty in adjusting to the school culture when you're accepted. Number 2, don't be stressed. My best interviews are the ones in which I enter with confidence and leave feeling better about myself. The Yale-NUS interview isn't supposed to stress you out, so you shouldn't stress yourself out either. Lastly, don't be afraid to ask questions. This isn't one of those it shows that you're interested in the school kind of thing, but really you're given a chance to speak to someone who knows the school really well, who also really knows the application process very well, and you should really make full use of that chance. And that's all I have. For everyone going for interviews or waiting for results, all the best! One last thing before I go. NUS Open Day is happening this Saturday on the 11th of March. Yale-NUS will be open to the public that day, and we'll have activities ranging from sample classes to student performances, which I've been helping to organize. And it is definitely a great chance to experience Yale-NUS. If you want to find out more, go to your browser and type www.yale-nus.edu.sg/openday2017 and register. It will be really fun and I really hope to see you there. Bye!